Hi, I'm Kay. Thank you so much for joining me for my wig review for Aspen by Natural Collection, also known as Christine by Envy, in the color Amaretto and Cream. Stay tuned. Before we start, I would like to say thank you to Harry UK for sending me this piece on loan so I can review it for you all. Don't forget to use my code K20, which will give you 20% off site-wide, so it's a nice big saving there for you. Let's start with the color Amaretto and Cream. It is described as a chestnut and dark brown base with ash blonde highlights and a dark brown roots. The highlights are more concentrated at the top, and then towards the bottom you have more of that dark chestnutty brown. A really pretty natural color, and I will obviously take you outside later so you can see it in the natural. Let's talk about Aspen / Christine. It's a very feminine, longer style with loose barrel curls that is about past shoulder length, I would say. Very pretty, very feminine. So let's look at her from all sides. It hasn't got a lace front. It has a monopart. And I will show you the cap construction in a minute. And what I noticed is that where the part is and where the fringe naturally parts, it's nice and thin, so you don't have that thick cap edge that you have with other caps that haven't got a lace front. So it really looks quite natural. You can't pin it up your face, I don't think, because it's a little bit thicker where you haven't got that part. But right here, I think that looks really quite natural. It's a nice little feature, that. So there is permatease at the top. I don't think it's that much. It's a little bit pillowy, but it's not huge. But you do have quite a bit of volume at the top. So if you love volume at the top, this one is for you. And I think what they've cleverly done is they didn't take all of that volume down, because I think that would look not very realistic. But it tapers down into these curls, so the density lower down is a little bit lower than up here. So I think that gives it a really natural look. So the overall density, I think, is higher. It's really hard to get an ear tuck, but it is possible. But your ear will stick out a little bit. But it is possible. Maybe not on this side where you have more of the hair. It's quite difficult to do. When I first saw this wig on me, I was like, I feel like Charlie's Angels. I think for me personally, when I looked at it, it's a 70s vibe to this one. So let's look at the cap construction. We have a monopart, no lace front. We have open wefted sides and back, extended nape, that's net covered, bra strap like adjusters. We have net covered ear tabs with metal stays in them. Fit wise, straight out of the box, I haven't changed the adjusters. I have a 21.5-inch circumference and it fits me nicely. Now there is a bit of gapping at the back, so I do think there is room to maneuver. Coverage. So the ear tabs come to about here, on me, which sits slightly lower than I would like, so it sits on my ears. So I think wearing it for a few hours would become a little bit painful after a while on my head. Obviously, we all have different head size heads, etc. So you might not have that problem, but I can only go with what I experience. The coverage itself is really good on me. The ear tabs I find a little bit flimsy. So there is, if you just want to do that, the ear tabs move up quite easily. So just something to be aware of. Styling option wise, I think it's a beautiful one to do a ponytail, because I love when you have all these layers, they fall out, and then you have quite a sizable ponytail. So it shows you how thick the hair is. Very pretty look though, I think. And then you can do a side pony, which I think looks adorable. You can do a little bit of a messy knot. Sorry, I still have the tag attached because it's on loan, so I don't want to mess too much with it. But I think a little nice messy bun looks lovely. Half up, half down. I think you need a bigger claw clip than what you would normally use. But that's possible as well. Again, all the front layers will fall out. So if you don't like that, you can just clip that back. But that's what it would look like. Now, the fibers, they are quite coarse. So they're not these fine, shiny fibers, but quite coarse. Now, therefore, I think you don't have really that much of unnatural shine. I mean, this is a darker color anyway, so they don't have that problem like blondes would have. But you still can have that issue sometimes with brunettes. I don't think you need to do any kind of dulling it down at all. I think it looks lovely. I think it looks really, really natural. It does feel coarse, but I think you get a natural look instead. So it depends on what you're after. So let me take you outside so you can see Amaretto and cream in the natural light. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you again to Hairwear UK for sending me this piece on loan. Don't forget to use my code K20 for 20% off side-wide. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at KWearsWigs. Have a lovely day, and I hope I see you soon. Bye.